Hockey Nation fans, welcome back for a special edition of Hockey Nation Live Show with Coach Frenchy and Michael Devellano for the post game number two between the Tampa Lightnings and the Dallas Stars. Final score Tampa 3 and Dallas 2. Michael, give us your impression of the game tonight.
It was a little weird, right? For a while there, it looked like Tampa was going to run away with it. They were really dominating play. They were up like 14 shots to 3 or 4.
3 at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then, Dallas took some really stupid penalties, and they paid for it. And we were like, wow, they might have to pull the goalie. And we were like talking about the backup goalie. And then Dallas settled down, and they tried to claw their way back in, but it wasn't enough. It was kind of strange how it ended because it was like they nursed 3 goals that were scored in a short period of time, and then Dallas showed again that they're not getting run out of the building. I mean,
you're absolutely right. Tampa score in 4 minutes or 3 minutes 53 seconds. They scored 3 goals, 2 on power play. Brendan Point is 10 of the playoff at 11:23 on the assist of Kisharov and Edmund. I believe at that time it was Joe Pavelski was in the penalty box. And then 3 minutes, honestly, 2 minutes 59 seconds later, Odreg Palat is 9 of the playoff, assisted by Edmund, his second assist of the night, and Kisharov again, his second of the night, when Jimmy Oleksiak was on the penalty box. West, I believe it was a really bad penalty of him to, I think it was on Johnson at the red line where he just touched his hand, he turned of flipped the guy there, and it was no reason. The puck was about 205, 100 feet from them, from him. Really bad undisciplined play from him. That create 2-0, and then less of 1 minute later, honestly, at 54 seconds later, Kevin Shattenkirk, his second of the playoff, assisted by Blake Coleman and Anthony Cirelli, bring that game 3-0 at that moment. You're absolutely right. I thought could have been would be a short night for him.
and it was not.
And the shot was 14-3, and then the second period. What you absolutely right when you said Dallas came back with 18 shot versus 4. Come back right there.
It flipped again.
Yep. And then, but why don't you overview the game? And I believe Dallas did a poor game on passing, on decision. Defensemen, they are so not great. Eskinen did not do absolutely nothing tonight. He was not around. Klenberg had a great pass on the goal of the Mark, but during the game they missed a lot of passing. And then I don't know what's going on with Retilov. I don't know where he was trying to do a fancy goal all the time.
And then when the puck went out of the zone, how many times he's going down low, making a stupid play, and he's throwing it away to the other team, or he's throwing it out of the zone. Like, no puck management. But that was pissing me off. It was like, what are you doing?
My point I read to love, he had a chance to shoot the puck 3 times on the net, and he tried to pass the puck all the time, left or right, whatever it was. I really believe the defense of Dallas did not play a very solid game on transition, and you can see, yeah, there was there, but my point, they missed a lot of passing, short pass between the defenseman and the forward. They play a better usually a team together, like a 5 together. Honestly, I was surprised the game was tied like this, 3-2 at the end of the game. During the second period, what Dallas completely dominate. I think they could score a couple of goals during that period, but only a goal from Joe Pavelski is 10 of the playoff. Never stop. Glenberg get an assist with Retilov. 2 players I just mentioned did not play well, but at the end of the day, I did not see them very well. After second period, it was 3-1 from Tampa. We thought, the next goal is going to be shifting the momentum. If Dallas can score earlier the third, that would be a great period. I think that's happened. It was a matter of fact, it was a great play of again. It's funny. Radulov and Klember have an assist on the goal of Medias Genmark, where Klember have an amazing pass on the stick of Genmark. If you have a young hockey player, you want to see that goal. That we're teaching. If you're in front of the net, always put your stick on the ice. If you don't do that, he will miss the pass and he will never score. Poor play of Shattenkirk on that one. He was try. I don't know what he was trying to do, and that's make the
He's
score.
doing a Shattenkirk. I don't know. He's not
Yeah,
always that good defensively.
it was 3-2 at that moment. And it was still over 14 minutes to play. And I thought, I said, you know what? At the way with Dallas plays, goalies came back all playoff. They will never got scared, discouraged with 3 goals behind during the playoff. Remember the game 7-3 against Calgary at the beginning of the playoff. And then again, Colorado, I think it
Yeah,
was.
they've been
And
really
again, they went again
difficult.
like
I
6-4.
was thinking the same thing because the puck started pinging
Yep.
and the D were pinching again.
Yes.
And you see that they need to have those D pinching early.
And then
Um,
about 8 minutes at the end of the third period, we have another goal from them from Tampa from a shot from Sergachev, and unfortunately it was offside by Blake
yeah.
Coleman on the entrance zone. So the goal was disallowed about that one over there. I was happy about this because I like to have a finished game, but at 149 until the last minute, at least 50 seconds, Dallas could not get out the zone. That's my point.
Yeah.
They have
I was very surprised. Like they turned the puck over a few
over,
times.
over,
And
over,
and then even
over.
the even the same thing at the end with the shot. Like, they won the face off, they get it back, and it's just they don't
Glenberg
connect.
missed the shot again over there. So, you know, that was the prediction. I will go stat before we talk a little bit more about the players. Stat wise for the team stats, it's 31-29. It's a game where Dallas could take advantage of this. It's rare Tampa don't shot over 35 shot, and it's
That's very
rare
true.
a rare also Dallas don't give over 35 shot during
Right.
the playoff. So it was a great opportunity for them, but unfortunately they was short. 51-49 face out, that's pretty good. One thing happening tonight where, we always said during the playoff, the special team is going to make a difference. Dallas 1 and
Power play.
5, 20%. That's what who they are usually. Tonight, Lightning scored their first 2 goal on power play in the last 20 or 19 or 20 power play at 10, and it was the first 2 goal tonight. And I make a big friends with 3-2. They scored them at the great moment. It's another game over 100 hits tonight, 50-51. Uh,
Well, early on, I thought Dallas again was going to run them out of the building. I mean, they were hitting really hard, but it just changed. I think once the stupid penalties happened, I mean, they were just
yep.
that sucked the wind out of them for a little bit.
It's funny because the first period we got 3 penalties from Dallas, and the second period now it was Tampa with penalty after penalty after penalty. So it was like, and they don't take even they score 1 goal, Dallas, but they could score. You have 3 penalty also on the second period for Tampa. I really believe that after this, if I said Dallas can score 2 goals in second period, it's going to be a really tight game, more what I expect. So it was a good performance, I think, of Alexei Vasilevsky tonight. I think he's hanging there. He did very big save at some moment. Until then, could have been maybe 1 goal, but when you give 2 goals on power play, you cannot do anything on the backdoor shot from uh, I think it was Palat. Yeah, it was Palat on the back door. The second goal of the game, and he could not do anything about that one over there. And I think overall he played another good game, but not good enough for Dallas to win tonight. And then the goal, Pavelski is 10 of the playoff. You talk a lot about Joe Pavelski this morning. Um, Mentioned he have a good run and for Dallas so far, and you said as a second center for any team, he's doing well. So I think he did very good. Again, great performance, Joe Pavelski. Um, on the flip side, Glenberg have two assists, but I think those guys did not play so good about that one over there. Surprised me. It was the the see tonight Ruta in the lineup,
That was a shock. I didn't even. I was like,
and then what happening then? They did not play. Did not dress up Bokosian and also. Luke Shen, and he bring the young kid. He's not young anymore, but he's still like didn't play a lot of game. Verheenhe played tonight only
yeah. I mean,
seven.
he's played well. I think that was probably good from that perspective. Like going with 6D, I was very surprised about Ruda. I thought Bogosian's been playing very well. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
they play at 12 forward tonight, six defensemen. I think it was the first time for the last nine games for Tampa. And the four line, play only 8 minutes each one of the, Parquet and Maroon. And the rest was more, well, you'll be surprised about that one. Who do you think played the most minute tonight for Tampa as a forward?
It it might be a point or no, actually Sorelli maybe or probably Kaloran. I saw
Yep.
Kaloran a lot.
Killorn have 20 55 is almost 21 minutes.
Wow, holy smokes.
He play almost over 3 minutes over Kusherov. So that give you an idea. Point play only 17 minutes. So he play over 4 minutes over point tonight. That give you an idea. Matter of fact, you have to remember, Killorn play a lot on power play, but he play a lot also on PK. It was a good performance for him tonight. Honestly, minute wise from that will surprise you. Edmund play only 20 minutes tonight.
it, it defies logic given the result, but I mean, maybe they.
McDonough played 21 minutes.
When was the
Sakachev,
last time Ruda played? Like, I can't even remember him being on the team half the time.
honestly, as
Like, is that his first game in the
I
playoffs?
would be, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll be
And he played
surprised.
14 minutes.
He played 14, 15 minutes. Yeah, tonight he played 15 minutes over there. Um, but it surprised me to see only Edmund. Now our Canadian fan be we took the stat of it right away after NHL. Sometimes they modify the stat. We are we just telling you right now what we see from the box score for the NHL. But that surprised me, I'll be honest with you, when you see Edmund at 20 minutes. Usually as an average of 25 to 28 minutes per game he play. He's less minute, less second of like he's almost like 1 minute less of McDonough, and he's only 30 second, 25 second more of Sokachev. So that gives you an idea how he balance. Um, I don't know. Cooper have a better way to, he's coaching, so he knows really what he's doing. But that surprised me a little bit. On defensive side, um, Eskinen have 25 minutes, Klember 23, and then Lendl 24 tonight. Less minute for Alexiak, but after his penalty, you didn't see him for about 5 minutes. I'll be honest with you, I was watching him a lot um, tonight. If you did put him back on the ice, and the most minute from forward, it was Tyler Seguin at 20, almost 22 minutes tonight. So it was the way we thought this morning, Michael, when we talk about the game early at the show this morning, 11 a.m. Fact, like we predict, win
Yep.
from Tampa.
M-
Um,
Again, it was confusing how it actually played out.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I think you're citing a bunch of stuff that's really surprising, right?
Yep.
Like
I did not
you look
like
what
the game of Dickinson tonight, I'll be honest with you.
you
And
didn't.
then we have to mention also the injury of Blake Como on the solid body check of Ryan McDonough at the middle of the ice on the red line where Como never see him coming. It
Yeah,
was,
that was a pretty bad hit.
it
That
was
was
a, um,
to the head, I would say, wouldn't you?
it was a good hit. It was not for.
You think so?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You go to if you
I go
see
back and look at it again, but it
Como
looked
was
pretty.
not on the right there to
He
see
didn't
him
have
along.
like. I don't even think he touched the puck.
He touched but the puck was coming to him, and maybe touched it, but he was like he didn't see him. He never turned his head to look about that part over there. One thing, Mia, I don't understand, and maybe you have an answer. I love Koreanov, and he does not let him play. So is it so bad on
I
defensive
don't
side?
understand that because like he when he's on the he throws big hits. He's difficult to
Yes,
handle when he has the puck, and
yes,
he's fast. He's like 6'3" and talented, and
yes.
he's defensively conscious. I don't get it.
He has only played 13 minutes
13
again
minutes.
tonight.
I would play him over Radulov right now.
And
Now, I shouldn't say Radulov had 2 assists, so I get
yeah,
it. But
but they let play. I believe a long term that is going to be burned if they consist to use Seguin, Radulov, and Ben over 20 minute each game all the time, 22 minutes per game. I believe they should minimize their minute a little bit and give more to Hans have a good game, but I believe Koreanov, I don't know, I don't get it.
he's a very good player. He's been some nights their best player, and I wouldn't hold him back. I'd be sending him like a wild stallion out there. I mean, he's a beast. You play Janmark 14 minutes and him 13. I don't get it. I mean, Janmark
Dickens,
again gets a goal, but
Dickinson,
like
John Mark, I
yeah,
really like him.
Dickinson
I
same,
really
right?
like
Like
Jenkins, John Mark tonight. I'll be
yeah,
honest with you,
we
but
scored, but
um, but you talk about this. Check this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 player of the 12 player play under 14 minutes.
yeah, I mean, I guess they doubled down to try to get offense. They were behind so early
That's
that
true. That
they
is a
go to
good point.
Ben.
Good point there.
Sagan's not hurting you. Um, it's crazy. Like if you look at it, Sagan had 5 hits, but then look at Gurionov. In only 13 minutes, he had 6 hits.
Yeah. Earlier I talked about Joe Pavelski.
Yeah,
He's the one have the most shot tonight from Dallas with 5.
yeah.
So that'll give you an idea.
The face-offs, he won 73%.
Yep.
Damn.
On the flip side, Coleman considers his job. He understands his role inside Tampa. He have 7 hit. Um, he have 7 hit tonight. I think he played a very good game. Kusha have a six shot on the net. Um, that's who they are, Tampa. Cooper was upset after the first game at the press conference. I mentioned this morning where he said we did not show up at the first 2 period. We play well at the third period, and then tonight I knew they were coming hard on the first period, and that showed a little bit what happening tonight. 3 goal, and that's it. It's a 1-1 series now. Game number 3 become how this works. Game number 3, 5 are the most important game usually in the playoff, and we'll see what happened in there. The game will be in not tomorrow, but Wednesday night, 8 p.m.
I
again.
feel like it's very different going into game 3, 1-1 versus 2-zip.
Yeah, so that's a
Even
good
though the
point.
outcome could be the same, if I feel like if you're down 2-zip and even if you win 2-1, it takes so much effort to make it 2-2. It's a lot more exhausting. You could, screw up the next game and it wouldn't be the end of the world, strangely, but
Exactly. And I think the good thing about 1-1, I was said to you, for Dallas, they can't believe in themselves. They
yeah.
have that kind. So you know
Oh,
what? We're not
they
worried
came
about
back
it play
too.
anybody right now. we can handle them. We can play against them, and I think that's a boost for Dallas to go at the game number three after a 1-1. Because at the end of the day, it's like if they are coming home now to play game three and four, right? So I think they did 1-1. They did that what they're supposed to do, win one game on the two, and
Yep.
Tampa, if you talk about that way, and then they'll be ready on that one over there, and. I'm excited to see that game right away. I'm excited to see what's going to happening there. Um, tomorrow at 11 a.m. we are back for our normal daily show. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the who win the trophy, Norris, Carlton. We don't want to talk this tonight. We
Yeah, we
come here
won't talk
for
about it now, but
yeah. We just want to talk about the game. So, any other thing to add tonight before we hit the bed? For me, it's already 11:30.
I have no idea what's going to happen in this series now. Because I think when we saw the end of the first game, it was all Tampa. And then we saw the beginning of this game and it was all Tampa, and then it flipped again. So like right now they're 2-2 period wise.
It's going to be a momentum all the time. I believe that series is going to
Constantly.
be a roller coaster. I think somehow, somewhere, the coaches have to tell to the players to be smart. Don't take penalty.
Well,
Because
that's got to happen, especially if Stamkos comes back next game or the game after. Like just emotionally, that's going to affect it. Braden Point, we were kind of speculating that he's playing hurt. You saw him before the beginning of the game. They were using the bands on him to help him with motion,
he
and
played better
looked like in
tonight.
his hips
I
played
bel
great. He
I think
played
he
great.
played better tonight, like what was my expectation from him.
Oh yeah,
At
I
the end of
was.
the
He
game,
played
I will
great.
say to you, I will be not worried, but I will pay attention what's happening to Shattenkirk. He got swarmed, he got smashed in the corner at the end of the game, like maybe 5 minutes before at the end of the game. I'll be curious about what his conditions are. On the flip side, play Como will be something to look about him if he's going to be back. And the big question now is when Steve Stamkos, who is going to be in the lineup, is it game three? Is it game four?
Oh, I know what I wanted to point out to you. So normally, to win the Stanley Cup, you have to win how many games?
16.
16. How many games has the Lightning won so far?
Right now, 13.
Nope. 15.
Yeah, because you talk about the run robin where they
Yeah,
are not on the,
right.
but they don't count anyway because it was
They
just a run
don't.
robin.
But and the
He
Stars have
can
won
lose
four,
every game and he's not change anything at the end of the day.
but the Stars have won 14. So it's weird. It might be the first year ever in the playoffs that you have to win more than 16 games to win the cup.
Yeah, it's the way they set up they
Just a
set up
fun little
that,
fact.
that part over there. You know what I mean? That's
Might be the
happening.
future, right? Like we might have a 24 team. I want to see going forward, we should never see 16 teams in the playoffs again. Like this should be a 24 team tournament. It's way better.
I think it's I think for the fans, hockey fans, it's
Way
great to
better.
see that
Way better. And for the
because
teams, it's better.
I'm not anymore a baseball fans guy, but
Yeah.
the fact they increase more team at the end, you can
Smart.
see start in August. People are paying more attention the race, everything like that. I think that will bring more. And I would say one more factors where I agree with you. There's so much the parity between teams now in each. Like you can lose 3 game and OT example during the year,
Totally.
and then you're out of the playoff by 2 points because this happening. And from some time, how many points they have between? I don't know. I would take team number 4 to 10, or maybe sometime to 11, and yeah, maybe 7 points, 5 points.
That's why like you have teams that are good enough to be in and the margin of error is very small. Like I would rather see them all in. When I grew up, I don't know about you, like there were 20 teams in the NHL? 22? So and you would only see like the bottom
Well, they start like this, okay? 67, 16, then they go to 12, then
Yeah.
they go to 14,
Yep.
76, they go to 16 after
Right.
that, and then after that you have the AW8 now, WHA,
WHA. Yeah.
yeah,
The
and
World
now
Hockey
in
Association.
80s they bring 14, Hartford, Edmonton, and joins will become 20, 24. Then you get those two teams per season, every two, three season, and that bring to 30 and 30, 30, and then you got 31 because a team moved. Was supposed to be 32, but one team moved to another location, and that changed everything. So. You know, I believe with Salah will be 32. 32 take
It'll
off
be
eight.
32. That's why I say like having 24 teams in some sort of format is really good. I mean, it gives the fans a lot more. The player, you're going to have a team that sneaks in at 24 and wins the cup someday.
And that's gave about 75% of the team in. If
Yeah.
you go to 16, is only 50% in.
50%, like it's
And
kind of
I
crazy.
think because the situation, the salary cap, the money they're going to lose for X time because of virus, everything like that, I believe is a great statement from you tonight to tell
I
us
agree.
about this because I really like ID. I don't know what's happening. They're still thinking to play 82 game. I
I don't
believe
know.
I don't. No, I don't believe. I didn't want. I don't see why to get 82 games is so important right now next season when we go to start at the end of
It's
December or
money.
January.
All of it's money, Pierre, as you know. So I mean, what prompted them to even play was they were. I don't think I told you this, that our president said from our team was saying to me that the NHL got a bill for $180 million from NBC because they wanted money back because games they weren't going to play, right? So the same thing with an 82 game schedule. They're
I
not
would
going to drop 10 games times 20, 32 teams, right? Like,
if they're going like this way, I feel they're going to do some modification, like maybe add one or two, three more player on the roster because
they have to.
they're going to do a lot of game back to back plus 3 and 4, something like that.
Well, plus the AHL.
They're still talking about Canadian division, everything like that.
We have a
So
real problem, right? Because Major Junior, we don't know what's going on still in the WHL. We've let players go to Sweden to play because North America is so politicized, everybody's on lockdown. So we have the number one exceptional player, Connor Bedard, was given permission yesterday to go play in Sweden. He's 15. He should be playing here in his first season with Regina. We have
we'll see.
AHL players that are the same way, right?
Yeah, we'll see what
So
happening. This,
we've got to expand the roster, Pierre, because the kids will have nowhere to go in junior that are close to making it, and the AHL might not even operate.
and the second thing maybe and say is not going to play.
On top of it,
So
yeah,
you have a player like
what a mess.
Phil. We talked today. We talked,
Yeah,
Turcotte and many
we have
others.
to have a 30-man roster.
You know what I mean? So that's maybe possible also that they stay the same format they have right now with three goalies, everything like
It's
that.
wacky.
So what's still happening? It was great to see you. I think we should do this for the rest of the
Sure,
when we
let me know.
can because sometimes we are I'm busy late, but if not, we great to finish
Let's try.
every game. So look forward to see you tomorrow morning, everybody.
See
Hockey
you.
fans nation. Thanks for gonna be with us. Have a great night, Michael. See you tomorrow 11 a.m. Eastern time, and have a great night.
Night, guys.
Thank you.